Hey, what is up everybody? This is Rob and time for another product overview, review, and install for my 2022 Toyota Tacoma. So I'm definitely actually excited about this one. So here's the thing guys, cold air intakes. There is a lot of controversy over, if these are any good for our Tacomas or not. The general consensus is that the stock Airbox is perfectly fine for Tacoma, and you could actually be, hurting your Tacoma by switching it out to another intake, especially if it's one of an open box where it will just be sucking in more hot air as opposed to the OEM one. The OEM box is very nice. However, it is quiet, but that's how it's designed. It does have the large Helmholtz resonator in there that, helps keep it quieter. So some people, they do prefer to just put an intake on just to get a little bit more sound. Now the average intake does cost about, at the minimum, I'd say about $220, $230. So I wanted to see if there is a sort of a cheaper alternative to this. So this is what I started digging into, all right? So K&N actually sells a kit where it's their tubing and their air filter. You put that together, and then you have a Toyota Tacoma cold air kit. So what if I just got the tubing? Because remember guys, what makes the intake quiet is a Helmholtz resonator. The tubing doesn't have it. So I did contact K&N. I asked them if I could buy just the tubing and the parts needed to attach it. And they said yes. So I'm actually pretty excited because this will be going on the stock box. So this does mean that I get to keep on using the OEM box. And if I ever need to switch it out, it'll be really easy. So here is the K&N tubing that we will be installing on the Tacoma. I will be putting all of the part numbers that I called about down below. So that way, if you want to do the same, just refer to the part numbers when you call in. You can actually find some of the items on Amazon instead. I just prefer to order everything K&N, just honestly for the sake of getting a nice smooth video going, just so there won't be any more delays. All right, so what did I order from K&N? So remember guys, all the part numbers are down below. I did also go ahead and I did put on some Amazon alternatives if you wanted to try to piece everything together. You might have some of these parts just sitting around in your garage. I didn't, so I just had to order them. I did go ahead and order everything from K&N because I just wanted to kind of get an idea what would be the highest price for all of this stuff, right? Obviously some of this stuff you can get third party probably for cheaper. But everything I'm about to show you I got for around $90. So if this does change the sound of the Tacoma, that'll be pretty awesome because under $100 make it sound better. So we do of course have the actual K&N tubing. Also have the fitting on the barb. 2 couplers, different height, and 4 of the clamps. Like I said, you probably have some of this stuff around. I did, like I said, put links down below to the Amazon alternatives. So now that you've seen everything, and this K&N tube, it's actually pretty nice. Also, we'll clean up the engine bay a little bit because that large Helmholtz resonator will be removed. So now we're going to go ahead and let's install this on the Tacoma. All right, you guys, really easy to take off the stock piping. First things first, you do just remove the engine cover. Let me put that off to the side. All right, so you only have 2 clamps. Just go ahead and loosen these up. I already did before the video. And then also, there is a spring hold on the tubing here. You want to keep the spring hold, go ahead and move it up so then we can just remove this tube. And remember that this will be reused. All right, so now go ahead and pull this off. That's one. And that's 2. All right, as you can see, a Helmholtz resonator is just a point here. As you can see right here, Helmholtz resonator is just being held in place. Actually guys, so off camera, just got some pliers just to get that cable out of there. So now it's all here. So check this out. So here's the thing guys, this resonator, this is designed basically to help use the vacuum pressure to give air somewhere to go to help keep the sound down. There are debates about power loss and all that, but honestly, if there's any power loss or gain from removing the resonator, it's very negligible. I used to remove this. I remember removing on my silent TC just to make it a little bit louder. So now we're gonna go ahead and let's pop in the new tube. So first things first, to make our life a little bit easier, we're gonna go ahead and I did put one side of each coupler on, and also you can also see I already put on the fitting. Now I know there's this gap right here, but that's how it looks in the manual. And honestly, when I look through the tube, it's hitting the end of the threading. I'm pretty sure this is just a universal product, and that's why it'll fit different tubes differently depending on the application. Let's go ahead and install this. So first we're gonna make our life a lot easier. Take off the box right here. You'll see why in a second. All right, so get that right on there. Of course, be careful with your sensor. You don't want to tear it or anything. Slip that on good and tight. All right, let's go ahead and put that on that end. Make sure that all went in. Yeah, that's it. So now, go ahead and reclose up the intake box. Easy peasy. So now I'm gonna go ahead and off camera, I'm just gonna tighten up these two. I'm gonna twist this around a little bit just to adjust it. Oh, let's also go ahead and let's put this hosing back in there. Remember how I said that we will be reusing the spring? Just go ahead and move it back on. And yeah, let me go ahead and tighten this up off camera. All right, you guys, there you have it. Intake tube is on. Went ahead and put on the stock engine cover also. But yeah, it definitely looks a lot cleaner, really easy install. Look at that, notice that big old space there where the Helmholtz resonator was. But of course, real test is, how is it when it's on? Let's go ahead and let's see how that goes. I will also go ahead and play a clip with the stock system on there so that you can get some sound comparisons. Also have the dB meter set up as well. Let's see what it looks like. All right, guys, so I'm driving out Tacoma right now. I'm on the freeway. I will say that, you know, in terms of power gains or loss, it's kind of negligible. You know, I already have a good tune on here. That's pretty much giving me the extra power that I need. In terms of sound, though, it definitely did make it a little bit more, I'm gonna say a bit more throaty, which is, you know, like I said, when I had a Sound TC and I was doing this and removing the Helmholtz resonator, it did the same thing. You know, it's nice because it kind of gives you a little bit more, you know, engine noise, a little bit more of that guttural, raw sound when you step on it. So I'm not sure. I don't think the mic's even going to pick it up here. I'll accelerate a little bit. Let me slow down a little bit. Let me accelerate. I don't know if the mic will even pick it up. Let's see. we go. Yeah, it definitely, especially in the higher RPMs, you definitely get more of that sweet sound of, you know, the engine really working hard. Not bad at all. I mean, remember too, guys, this was a mod that only cost, you know, like $90. I was able to get a good sound increase out of the Tacoma's engine. It's easy to reverse, you know, if warranty is on your mind. And it was really easy to do. It only took me a little bit longer because, you know, I was recording myself doing it, but if I was just doing it, not recording, I could probably get it done in 10 to 15 minutes. Real easy, you guys. You know, I would recommend this if you just want to give your Tacoma a little bit more sound without breaking the bank. And because at the end of the day, a lot of people are spending $200, $300, $400 even just for that little bit of extra sound that I was able to get from the tube. And then you put in a nice drop in, and you pretty much have a full out custom, you know, air system for you. Because remember, guys, that stock Airbox, it's good. It's really not worth removing. So, you know, I do want to know your guys' thoughts. You know, what do you guys think about this? You also saw the sound clips I had too, the before and after. Let me know what you guys think about those also. So with that, guys, you know, we'll call it on that. This is Rob, and have a good one.